Hey Tamimi, Maxine, Steve, you're all very welcome. Annoyed at myself at cutting this a little bit. $50 too early. I'm $50 away from goal already, and it's not even still got an hour before. Good morning to you, whatever your name is. And I've got some volatility today. It's going to be a busy week this week, guys. It's going to be a very busy week this week. It's looking like a lot of catalysts are due to drop this week. Genius and trying to looking like it might move up again. If it gets back over 550, I'll have another look at Genius. Right now, this is the top mover this morning. This is G Medical. G Medical Innovations, to be precise. No, I started at 12:30 p.m. UK time. Alistair. But the stream started about 2-3 minutes ago. I got out of... G Medical was moving. I was in a trade. I got out of the trade, and then I saw the stream ready because I figured we might get a continuation, but we've not done. And I didn't want to start having to faff about with the stream at the bottom of the hour if I was in a trade. So I just started the stream about 2 or 3 minutes early. That's all. So you've not missed anything. If you're wondering what's going on with this one. This is what's going on with them. I'll put it in the chat on both so you can actually see. This is why this is moving up. It's over 100% gains on the day today. I already called this out in the Discord earlier, about 7 o'clock this morning, market time. But yeah, so I've been trading this for an hour-ish, and Genius Group. I lost on Lucid, just a little bit. Not everything's going to go your direction. Not everything's going to go your way. What's Genius Group doing? So Genius, that's not moving up yet. Big Bear is under the VWAP. SoFi's looking interesting, but really needs to get back above the VWAP and test the $0.50 for me. Been up at 675 this morning already, SoFi on earnings, good earnings. So let's see what the market has in store for us, guys. Is there anything that you guys are watching? Is there anything that you think might move today? What are you guys waiting for? How did you do last week? Did any of you actually get on, aside from the day trade with Tony Discord, that I know a lot of you did, the day trade with Tony community, did anyone else manage to get on that lucid pump at the towards the end of the day on Friday? If you're wondering what I'm talking about, go and check out the trade recap from Friday. Immense move from Lucid. Great. Potential continuation, that's what I'm watching. I'm watching it. I'm not saying it will. Let's have a quick look at Lucid. So I've traded it once already as it started to make its move back up. So if you look at this on the 5 minute, you'll see what a little bit more. So I can't trade this until 7:30. My broker didn't permit me trading till 7:30. So this made its move up, got back above, kind of back green on the day. Then it started to make its move up, and I couldn't trade that until 7:30. That move had already gone. So as it pulled back, it started to make another move back up, and I got in for the break of 14. It didn't sustain; it went up as far as 14.10, and then pulled back. So I think it went up to 14.12 or something like that, but it didn't get 14.10 on the bid, and that's what I was waiting for. So I got out pretty much break even. I think I lost. Well, I did. I lost 150 bucks. It's almost a scratch trade. Not really lost a lot in the grand context of the day. That's stopped me being at goal. In effect, but I took that before I was up there at goal. So, but Lucid, if you look at it on the 15 minute, this move up here was mental. I got in down here at like 13 bucks or whatever with a trailing stop. I was trading this from like 9 something or other. Traded it on the small account first as it moved up here, and then once I got to significantly over goal on the small account, I switched to the larger account, took bigger size. Got in, stopped out a couple of times, and then once we got to this level here, I had a trailing stop in place, and it just halt after halt after halt all the way up. I got stopped out at the top, and it gapped down. A couple of the lads got burnt. Well, one person that I know got burnt on that because I think we got in a little bit too late. We're chasing it. But the most of us that certainly in the Discord, most of us that were looking at this managed to get really good gains on that. I mean, look at that. It's just such a clean move up, but this huge gap down was dangerous. So you've got to be mindful if it starts getting extended. You don't want to. You wait for the pullback. We never got a pullback, so there's no entries. So anybody that got up here was just chasing momentum, and that's when you get burnt. If you're chasing momentum, you wait for a pullback. Never got a pullback from about 1350 upwards. From about this level here, there was never a single pullback. It just continued. Every time it continued, went into a halt, continued straight up. Once it continued from the halt, resumed. It was straight up into another halt, straight up into another halt, straight up into another halt, etc. So there was never a time where there was an entry point. So chasing that was almost suicide. But once you were in it, because I was in it from like $9, but once you were in it, it was a dream to watch, and it was a dream to trade. So will it continue? I can't say for sure, but I'm keeping an eye on it for a continuation. What this was a short squeeze. Quite simply put, it's a short squeeze. It's quite heavily short. It's about 24% short. Still is. So the shorts haven't yet covered. In fact, there's been more shorts added, I believe. So there is it's held a lot of its gains. So there is a potential for this for continuation in terms of the short squeeze. So keep an eye on that. Yes, I will. That's Lucid. Well, it's short at the moment, whoever you are. Morning, Mike. Let's go back to... Oh, missed it. Missed the breakout. Dang. nice breakout too. That's a good 50, 60 cents. Previous resistance level. So if it reaches a high, what you're wanting is it to pull back from that high, consolidate a little bit, then make new. The pullback doesn't have to be just multiple candles, but you want a red candle of some description, a pullback, and then a move on to new highs. To me, I don't know. Is the quick swift answer. Are they going to buy Lucid shares and take it private? Who knows? Ask the Saudis. Not necessarily low volume, because what you'll be getting is a lot of people taking profits, and it might be the same people that are actually long on it, but they're just taking profits. So you want lower volume because you want to still see people with a long bias. You want lower volume, not necessarily low volume. So what you don't want is an engulfing red candle that breaks new lows on a higher volume, because then that shows signs of weakness. Like when I mean an engulfing red candle, it is a red candle that is larger than the previous green candle. I'll show you an engulfing red candle, BBAI. Okay. So put this on the 2 minute because that's what I'm looking at. Okay, so you've got a little move up here, green candle, and then you've got a red candle here which is engulfing, because it actually swallows up the green candle and makes new lows. Well, that's what you don't want to be seeing. The likes of this, for example, I'm waiting here now for, this is a pullback. You've got higher volume on the move up, you've got lower volume on the pullback, and each candle is smaller than the big move up. So now we're looking for an increase in volume, a green candle, a move up, maybe a break of a key resistance level. So we've got the $0.50 to look at here. So a break of a key resistance level on the continuation, and you want increased volume as we get that break of resistance. So watching a video today, what's going on? So somebody trying to be clever with terminology, and it's like, how I use supply and demand zones. And I'm like, supply and demand zones, this will be interesting. So I watched the video, and all he's talking about is support and resistance. I'm like, there's someone trying to be clever with terminology there. There's no need to shout NK. I'll take a look for you. Central Electric, it's 70 cents. It's ranging sideways at the moment. It's up about 4% at the moment. It's not on great volume, so from an intraday trade, I mean, it's had a good couple of weeks since the middle of December, since Christmas, but it's not on great volume. Intraday, it's not something that I would trade. I mean, I wouldn't trade it just on the price alone, but it's not got huge volatility. We're talking about less than 0.5% in terms of the average through range. So for intraday trading with a stock like this, if you do your fundamental research, and if it's got good projects, it's got good investors from an institutional perspective, then swing trade it. Don't try and day trade it, because the rewards are just not there, because of the range just isn't there. So look for a potential swing trade on something like this. Yes, it could move up. I'm not saying it will, but I wouldn't trade something like this intraday. The range just isn't there, the volume just isn't there, and you need both for successful intraday trading. My opinion. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a fat guy on the internet with an opinion. So don't follow me blindly, and don't sue me. Genius back over 550, so it'll be interesting though. BuzzFeed. Let's have a look at BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed looking like trying to bounce, so it's struggled at this level, 365. So watch BuzzFeed for 365. Look at it on the 5 minute, you'll know what I'm talking about. Put a nice little horizontal line there. You'll see that the resistance it's had there, that struggled at 365 a couple of times. So that's the area. I'm not saying to the penny, but that's the area. Give or take 2 or 3 cents. So 365, that needs to get over 365. Now Big Bear, yes, I'm still under the VWAP. Genius breaking out. Let's have a look at you, Genius. $0.75, and we're back interested. About to test highs. Well, that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for a new high. I was a little bit too late to get in on the $0.50 break, which would have been what I would have done. Get in at the $0.50. Would have got a good 15 cents on that. And the spreads are like 1 cent, so it's 1 or 2 cents. So it's not too bad. So looking for it to break new highs. I only need $50, to be fair, to get to goal. $5.50 was key. If you look at this on the 15 minute, or look at it on the 30 minute, you'll be able to see it better. 60 even. You see $5.50 was key here. Went up to $5.50 last week when it made that run. And we've got resistance up here at $6.30. I'll get rid of this line here. Key levels already mapped out, so keep an eye on it. BuzzFeed, yeah, it needs to get over that 365 level. Oblong, 319s. For those of you, before you ask, Genius Group is moving up. It's got a new catalyst today. Last week was its attack on short sellers, and of course we had LB's move up in sympathy with it, and that's what you're getting today. So if you've got a very small account and you want to try trading something like this, by all means fill your boots. Okay, so Helby's could be of interest. As long as Genius continues to move up, Helby's might also continue as well. I'm just getting the huge candle there. That's like, in terms of volume, was that nearly 5 million shares traded on that one candle? 4.87 million shares. That one candle. So, Genius, no, I wouldn't say it is. So I wouldn't say it's high either, J-Spec. So what you're looking at here with Genius is that over the last 3 months, it's about 13.7 million daily shares traded, whereas currently it's 8 million. We're not at the open yet. We'll probably get 1 million shares at the open, where based on how it's tracking today, it will have a relatively higher volume day than it has done over the last 3 months. So it's not going to be high volume because we're not, we're not at like 2x or something of what it is pre-market. We've got another 45 minutes to the bell. We'll probably do another million shares before then by the way things are going. I mean, if we look at, I'll come back to Helvees in a moment, but let's go back to Genius Group. Genius here, we've got these candles here. That one was 200,000 shares, followed by 150,000, followed by another 200,000. So if we back up these levels, we only need 5 minutes at 200,000 shares a minute, and there's another million shares gone through the transactions. So yeah, it's lower than average, but I wouldn't say it's not. It's got a low relative volume just because it's lower than average right now, because we've not even started the open yet. Yes, I do invest Addict. The reason for that is because you want real-time data first and foremost, and that's the first one with real-time data, and you want, yeah. Essentially, the essential plan is what you need for Benzinga. If you're an options trader, you can pay that a little bit extra and get the options mentorship, but I think that's a bit expensive and probably not necessary. But yeah, the essential plan. Lucid's not really moving right now. It's underneath the VWAP. So go back to Lucid now. I want to see Lucid above the VWAP because it's got rejected here at the 200. So we've got to get above the $0.75. We've got to get over the 200. We've got to get above the $0.75, then over the VWAP. So I want to see Lucid over the VWAP for confirmation of upwards trending. Not saying it's not going to do it. It potentially could, but you don't get married to a stock just because it's give you 50 grand. Or 40 grand, as 42,000 on Friday. Don't get married to a stock just because it was successful on you on a particular day. Look for what's moving. Follow the crowds. Follow the volume. And right now, the crowds are with G Medical. And Genius Group. Genius and G Medical. I missed 2 pops here. Struggling up at the $0.75 though. Get rid of this. Marathon Digital. Let's have a look at it. It's down on the day, but I think that's more in line with what's just happened with Bitcoin and the price action on Bitcoin. It's just kind of following suit. But Bitcoin's selling off at the minute. Bitcoin hit a new high over the weekend of 23,900 yesterday, and then after it hit that, it's been selling off since. So Marathon Digital is doing the same. You want to see Bitcoin hold the $23,000 level, and then you'll see Marathon Digital start to plateau and potentially move back up. Watch Bitcoin for Marathon Digital, Mara, Riot, BT, all of these crypto mining stocks. Watch Bitcoin because that's the biggest influencer of it. They do have their own catalysts as well on from day to day, but like the stock market, you'll get AMD and Nvidia and Amazon and Microsoft. Their biggest catalyst is the S&P500, so you can look at the SPY and the direction of the SPY for a judgment call on how those particular stocks are going to move. Same thing with Marathon Digital and Riot Blockchain and the other crypto mining stocks. You look at Bitcoin and the movement on Bitcoin, and they tend to follow suit. The pattern's not identical, but they tend to trend with Bitcoin. So it was kind of consolidating around the $0.50 with Genius Group. I want to see this over the hold over the. It's the high of day now. It's currently 680. So I want to put my little high of day line there. Genius, what's the relative volume at the moment? Genius, it's not far off 75%. 0.75. 0.75 at the moment, relative volume for Genius, Tamimi. By the time the bell rings, I would say it's probably an average day. By the end of the day, we're probably looking at a 2x relative volume. So, on what time frame are you looking, J-Spec? No, but I wouldn't say that's a. If you're thinking bearish, I would say double top. But you're thinking that's a shoulder, that's a head, and that's another shoulder. But it's got two heads. So the head and shoulders is a swing high, higher high, swing high. So the third high isn't as high as the second high. So that's that's the head and shoulders pattern, and it's quite reliable and it's typically bearish and breaks down. What we're getting here is you've got a double top here, so that's a little bit of something that you want to look at. But you want to look at other time frames as well. So if you look at this on the 2 minute, you're seeing a high and lows, kind of an ascending wedge into a flat top. So what I'm seeing here, probably the most prominent pattern here, is the ascending wedge. Again, even there, ascending wedge into a flat top. So this for me is looking quite strong. It's ascending wedge into a flat top. I'm not particularly looking at this as bearish. I'm looking at this more bullish right now. That's me. That's more of my opinion. And all patterns are subjective. If you can't see the pattern and someone else sees the pattern, it's all subjective. But typically, a double top would break down. A head and shoulders would break down. There's argument to say there's an M pattern there, a double top. But I'm looking at the longer trend. It's above the VWAP. And I'm thinking that if it holds a $0.25 here, which is where we were there, it's not a lower swing low. As long as it's a higher swing low or an equal swing low, we'll go back and tap the highs again. If it breaks a $0.25, which is the resistance, the support that we found here, which funnily enough was resistance here and here and here. So if it breaks the $0.25, it's a key level. Then what we're looking at is it coming down to test the VWAP, which is on the whole dollar. So right now, key level is $0.25. If you want to put a little line on there, you can do so. 26.25. It's not to the cent, by the way. It's that area, which is why I said it was resistance here, because it was moving up. It did break with 6.25, but it got rejected and then came back down again. It's the same thing here. So then it found support here at the $0.25, resistance. GNS, Genius Group. Which red candle are we talking about? Super chip. This one here. Let's pull back. It's like 20 cents, 15 cents. Or are you talking about this one here? With the wick. If you're talking about the one with the wick, that's just algorithmic trades. That's not price action. That's just algo trades. 850. That's just algo trades, super chip. Don't worry about that. That's not actual price action. So look at the body here. It'll give you a better indication of what's going on with Genius Group. It didn't go down to $3. There's been no transaction, no actual transactions at $3 in the last hour or so. So that's just algorithmic trades. That. No, is the answer. Money never sleeps because I don't trade sub $2 stocks. Is the first thing. It's up 35-36%. It's underneath the VWAP, so that's the first thing that you should think. So right now you get the pump on the catalyst, you get the pump on the news, then you get the pullback. That's a good entry point. You never get the first move. You get wait for the pullback. That's a good entry point. Next candle to make a new high. So you'll be getting in here, take your profits. As soon as we break a new low, which is here, so you end up with that would have been a losing trade. As soon as you break a new low, you're out. You exit your position, or certainly downsides. You might wanted to have held this a little bit longer for a bounce on the VWAP. You wouldn't really have got it. Starts breaking the VWAP, you get out. This is looking weak. It's underneath the VWAP. It's underneath the 9, the 20. It's made its move up, and it seems to be fading out. We had this huge influx of volume, and now we're getting the volume is fading out as well. So just be careful with that. We might get another pop a little bit later, but it went up to what, 90 cents from 48. So it's now at 63. So it's retraced more than 50%. Hey, Phil. BuzzFeed is more of a that's a more scarier red candle. And if you look at that, that's got the same red candle, but at 8 o'clock. So the big wicks. That's just algorithmic trades. It happens on every stock. Every stock you'll see that. Every stock that's got a direct connection to the market, at least. Every chart that's got a direct connection to the market. You see the algo trades go through, and sometimes it's at 8. You occasionally get a couple after like 8:05 or 8:15 or 8:10 or something like that. But between 8 o'clock and 8:15, most charts will have that algorithmic spike. So you see here, we found support at 625 again. Now we're still waiting for a new high. We've not got a new high, so there's been no entries. This pullback, there's still no entries. We found a bit of support, bit of consolidation. Now there's an argument to say that this is a double bottom. A flat bottom, descending wedge into a flat bottom. But if you look, it still looks like a kind of a flat top to me on the higher time frame. So you can look either way. There's I'd say equal arguments for bearish and bullish now. So you want to see this break the 650 or break the 625. So the quarter, half, and whole dollars are significant psychological levels, particularly at this kind of price stock. If it breaks 625, then you're probably looking at the VWAP and the whole dollar as the next levels of support. We get something at 610, a bit of support at 610 here, and a bit of resistance. So we just broke that now. So we might get a bit of support at 610, which is very close to the VWAP at 605. So we've got a bit of a range there, 10-cent range with confluence of support. So not too worried about that. Let it decide what it's going to do now. We've got half an hour to the bell. We might get a bit of news dropping. Something else might decide to make a move. Let's have a look at Genius Group. So Genius breaking highs now. So we missed the breakout on Genius Group. No, it's not interactive charting, Shane O'Keefe. This is direct access software. So it's provided by the broker, but the actual platform is called Dash Trader. You can use this with interactive brokers. The interactive brokers proprietary platform would be the IWS. Oh, TWS, sorry. Brain fart. TWS, Trader Workstation. So let's see, can we get the break of the whole dollar on just Yeah, Lucid selling off. It's about to go red on the day, but that doesn't mean nothing. That doesn't actually mean much to me because it can still come back later. I want to get the break of. I've only got him for half size. The break of the whole dollar. If we can hold the whole dollar, then I can add to the position. So this is Genius Group. It does have a catalyst today, by the way. Well, 580 is the low of this candle, the previous candle, so that's effectively our exit. Stop. I'm just giving it a tight stop. I wanted the break of the whole dollar, but I'm risking 500 on this. Got 17 cents. What's my take? I think we covered that off a little bit earlier, Shane. So Lucid, it's still heavily shorted, so it's just hovering above the closing price, Friday's closing price, but it's still heavily shorted. It's getting a lot of attention on some of the social media forums, so it's one to watch. I'm not saying it's going to move up. I'm not saying it's going to be bullish or make any kind of moves like it did on Friday, where it went up to almost $18. But what I am saying is it's one to watch. It has the potential. So it's on the watch list. Bit of resistance at the whole dollar. That's to be expected. I've not taken any trades on the small account yet. No. I'll get to goal and then I'll start looking for something on the small account. I've not really been trading pre-market on the small account because I want the volume there for the reliable moves. So let's see if we can get looking for $6 on the bid. Get me over that magical 6K level on the day. How long did I lose? About 6-7 months before I consistently. I still lose today. I mean, there's two answers to that. I'm still losing today, but how long before I was consistently profitable, I think, is the answer. But I'm still losing money even today. You'll always, the one guarantee as a trader is you're going to lose money. You've got to get that into your head before you start. You're going to lose money. It's just a case of making sure that you make more money than you lose. Every trader loses money. So here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I'm over 6K. So get green, stay green, get to goal, get out. That's what I say. But I'm not going to do that because that would make the stream a little bit boring. And quite frankly, I think there's a lot of opportunity today. Yeah, in terms of you are good. Money never sleeps. You absolutely are. As a trader, you're going to lose money. The question is, because look at me today. I've had Friday was fantastic because I had every trade I took went my way. I've had days where every trade I took has gone against me. You know what you want to be doing is you want a strategy that is going to give you an edge, a statistical edge in the market, which is what I teach. Is the strategy that I teach gives that statistical edge. And if you've got a statistical edge, you're still going to have losing trades. You're going to have losing days. This day last week, I lost over 20 grand. I lost over $20,000. So it's 24,000 this day last week. So you're going to have losing days, and you're going to have big losing days if you don't manage your risk correctly, as I didn't last Monday. But then again, if you trade with the edge, when you get those winners and you allow them to ride, like on Friday, you get a really good mover. They don't happen every day, but they should offset your big losses. Your big winners should offset your big losses. I had a good winner, good couple of winners on Tuesday, which offset the Monday's loss. And then a couple of mediocre ones on Wednesday, Thursday, and then I thought I was going to have another mediocre day on Friday. Struggled to get to kind of 4K. And then I started trading Lucid. I managed to get 42,000 out of Lucid. Well, I'm glad you're finding it useful there. Money Never Sleeps. All the knowledge and the strategies and the techniques and everything that you need to be profitable is there. That's not going to make you profitable. You need to practice in a simulator, because get that muscle memory on point. I know people talk about emotions and the emotions involved. Get the muscle memory on point first. Consistently profitable in a simulator, then the muscle memory takes over. You've got a better chance of being profitable consistently if you're sure that you can be profitable in a simulator first. Don't put money on the line until you've shown that you can exercise against the principles and the strategies and execute against that effectively with good discipline in a simulator. If you can't do it in a simulator, you're definitely not going to do it when there's real money on the line and emotions take over. Most people that have taken the course have taken probably 3, maybe 4 months before they've actually gone in a simulator, before they've gone into a real account. And when they've gone into a real account, I always advise that you start small. My opening position is usually about 5,000 shares. So between 2.5 and 5,000 shares. I wouldn't even think about doing that. I would start small, look at 100 shares, 200 shares, maximum 500 shares. And start small, look for small gains, look for a $50 win on a trade. And then on your next trade, another $50 win. Take 2 or 3 trades a day. You take 3 trades and they're all $50 each. You made 150 bucks on that, less charges, of course. You made 150 bucks on your first day. Psychology is the discipline, risk management. That's the biggest focus. I mean, and again, if you're having a bad day, walk away. Bad day at the office. Don't just and same thing. If you're having a good day, walk away. Don't once you've had a good day and your final trade's a good trade, you're over goal, and that particular stock looks to have exercised its move or exhausted its move, walk away. Don't look for another stock to move. Don't look for something else. If you're over goal, don't be looking for additional things that are moving. Just walk away. Take the time. That's one of the beauties of being a trader, is it gives you enough personal time freedom to do other things. Absolutely. Overtrading is a real thing, and I'm probably one of the worst people to talk about that, because I do overtrade. If you want to continue trading, if you enjoy the thrill of the trade, then go back to the simulator, get to goal, and then if you want to continue trading, go back to the simulator. Practice and hone your skills in the simulator. Just don't be giving your money back to the markets. Too often I've done that, particularly at the bell. If I get green pre-market, too often have I given it back in the first 30 minutes after the bell, getting greedy. Just don't get greedy. Greed is the biggest enemy of a day trader. Right, okay? Everybody loses money. Not most people. 100% of people that day trade lose money. The difference being is that the small percentage of profitable ones, we're talking like 15% of the profitable ones, they also make money that offsets those losses, and that's the difference. 85% of people, actually more than 85% of people, are never profitable. What platform am I using? I'm using DAS Trader, DAS, Direct Access Software, DAS Trader Pro, DAS Trader Pro. Check out my profile. There's a link to it in my profile. All the tools and things that I use are in the link tree, which you can access by going to my profile on TikTok, or I've got links to them all in the description on YouTube. Or if you're watching on Twitch or anywhere else, that link in the middle of the screen there, that URL in the middle of the screen takes you to my link tree. All of the tools and everything that I use for trading on a daily basis is there. So we've now got about 15 minutes to the bell. I probably won't take any more trades before the bell at this stage unless something starts to make a really nice move. Been looking at Genius Group, it's pulling back a little bit, consolidating a little bit, but the wider trend on Genius is still bullish, it's still upwards. Same thing with G Medical. Whilst it's down here at kind of 625, 620, it found support at 610. It did break the quarter, found support at 610, went back up, rejected at 650. These quarter, half and whole dollars, I keep saying it, quarter, half and whole dollars are very important psychological levels. So it found resistance at 650, pulled back again to the quarter dollar, back up to 650. So it's ranging that 25 cent, that quarter dollar range at the moment. So I don't rely on level 2 to make trades, BK. The simple fact is I look at level 2 and for confirmation of those shelves and walls, so shelf for support, wall for resistance, I look for level 2 for those shelves and walls, but I won't rely on it because level 2 can be and is manipulated. Very often you'll see false orders in there. So just be careful with level 2. What you won't, what isn't manipulated is the ticker tape. You'll see the orders going through, and very often you'll see the orders going through that don't correspond to the level 2, and there's a number of reasons for that, because you'll get level 2 will have a big order, let's say a big order on the ask, and when it hits that number, the market makers may have to break that up into smaller orders, and you'll see the smaller orders going through on the tape. Most people do lose money doing it. You're absolutely right. The number of reasons for that, though, and a lot of it's psychological, but the biggest one, so more than 95% of people lose money day trading, but that's across all instruments. If you're day trading forex, it's a mug's game. Very few people are profitable doing forex, and one of the reasons for that is people haven't a clue what they're doing. The majority of people that get into forex think that they can make, you know, $1,000 a week and off $100 entry position. It's just not going to go that way. It's closer. It's more akin to gambling than some other instruments. But with forex, you have to take big leverage because the moves are so incremental. So you have to take big leverage, and with higher leverage comes higher risk. So that's another reason. Another reason is the lower barrier to entry with forex. Barrier to entry with forex is very low. You can get in, start trading forex with $50, and quite frankly, you're not going to make any money with $50. So you're going to get frustrated. You're going to lose money with $50. You're going to lose $50, but you're going to get frustrated. So you're not going to make any money with it. And then that makes you trade erratically. So a number of reasons why people trade forex, and I think it's a mug's game personally, and that's why I don't trade it. I've tried it when I first started, but I quickly learned my lesson. Futures is a lot easier than forex, but again, it's small increments. So again, you need to take big leverage to trade futures. The advantage of futures over equities, I suppose, is there's no PDT rule. and you don't get the high volatility from a risk perspective. But the downside is you don't get the high volatility from a gains perspective either. So swings and roundabouts. Crypto, not so good in a bear market, but in a bull market you can make really good money with crypto. Usually in the crap coins rather than the mainstream ones. The mainstream ones are good for longer term investing, a bit like S&P 500 stocks. You know, you get 4 days a year or 4 periods a year where the big stocks are moving with huge volatility, i.e. earnings. Other than that, there might be a catalyst that they'll move big on a particular day with the market. With low float stocks like this, like I'm trading, one catalyst and it can move, you know, hundreds of %. So G Medical had one catalyst today and it's over 100% up. It's doubled its market cap in a morning. So the volatility is definitely there. We've got at the moment the average true range is 10 cents per candle on the 1 minute, but across the course of the day it's up quite a bit, and it does have this does have a history. If you look at this on the daily, you'll see it's got historic where it moves. So it's moved up quite a bit today, over 100%. Back in the 9th of January, it moved up over 100%. It opened at $3 and went up to $8.50. If we look at a big move the opposite way, if you will, actually it moved up though first. So back in November, it opened at $6 and went up to $8.50 again. Back in October, it opened at just under $7 and went up to almost 12. So it does have, you know, a track record of big moves intraday. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for stocks that they're going to have range, but they've got volume that supports that range. So you're going to get reliable breakouts and they're going to make a good move that you can just put your money in, get, you know, 10, 15, 20 cents on the per share on the move, and then you've got the goal there, and then the rest is all gravy. If you can get 10 cents per day, you can make a really tidy living. I hope not. With natural gas, I hope not. Yeah, absolutely. You can have orders there not showing up on the level 2, but they do show up on the tape. Once the transaction's gone through, but the tape is it's a lagging indicator. So what you're trying to get, the advantage you're trying to get of using level 2 is you're trying to get a leading indicator. And that's why it's manipulated, because you're trying to get a prediction on where the price action is going to go, and that's why you're looking at level 2. The tape, like most indicators, is a lagging indicator. It's actually showing you what's happened already, whereas the level 2 shows you orders that are waiting to be executed, but it doesn't show you all the orders, and some of the orders it shows you are fake. Yeah, cool. Here you go, 2,500 likes. What kind of a noise was that? You lick your lips. Come on, we've got to stand up for it. Okay. Say hello to everybody. Say it. Everybody say hello to the echo. Hey! This is the snoring chow chow that you hear every single day. Miyako. Hello! I have tried bookmarks, but I just think you can get information overload, ASG. And that's so bookmaps are great. I would say intraday trading, you want to keep your charts clean. You want to be, the most important thing that you're looking at is price action. Bookmaps are great for, I would say, for longer term trading. So swing trading is probably where I would say bookmaps are a lot more relevant, or a lot more useful. Intraday, I think you can use a very sincere risk of information overload. So just be careful. Okay, so that's a very good question, BK. So what's the most important indicator to enter a trade? It seems like my accuracy is very good, and I'd like to know why and when you enter into a trade. It's a very good question, and if you are joining the Day Trade with Tony community, for example, I tell people to build a checklist. And you can do that in your head, but as a beginner trader, you want to do it on paper. Build a checklist, even print it out and have it there by the side, and make sure that everything meets the criteria that you're getting. Is it setting up with a breakout pattern? So are you getting a flag or a pennant or a head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, a flat top, whatever the pattern is? Is there a pattern setting up? Is it following a trend? Is it trending? Is there a catalyst that's supporting that or underpinning that trend? Is there good volume? So these are all parts of the checklist that you want before you can take a trade. Then you start, once you take the trade, you want to be looking at when it's reaching that level, you're looking for indicators to say that it's going to break out of that pattern. And one of the key indicators there is an increase in volume. So you want to be looking for an increase in volume for that breakout, and or you want to be looking at a key level. You're breaking a key level as well, so you know when it gets through to that key level that you're going to get continuation and more people following through. There's a number of different things that you're looking for in terms of what your entry is and why you're getting. But also, whilst you're in a trade, you're also looking for the patterns and the indicators and the signs, signals to get out of the trade, or even reduce your exposure. Take profits. You should always be taking profits. Nobody goes broke taking profits. That's exactly. You're absolutely right, Don Black. That's exactly what it is. Spoofing. Okay, we've got 5 minutes to the bell, and I think I've had a little bit too much tea, so I'm going to take a trip to the bathroom, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Okay, so what's moving, guys? BuzzFeed. Okay, so it's testing that 365 level I've mentioned already. BuzzFeed. Watching this key level, finally broke through it. So now we might get a little bit of a move up. Still not green on the day, but that was a key resistance level. It tapped a whole bunch of times. If you look at this on the 5 minute, you can see BuzzFeed is down. This is Friday's closing price, but this key level here tapped it as resistance a number of times. This algo trade doesn't count, but this area, 365 area, needs to hold. I don't mind it, breaking above, then coming back and tapping this resistance level, and now using it as support for a move back up, and now test the $0.75. So that's BuzzFeed. I'm going through a bit of a period of consolidation right now across many stocks. Kind of the calm before the storm, if you will. We've got a minute before the bell opens, a minute before the market opens. So it didn't hold. False breakout. That's what I was a little bit worried about. Okay, so I'm going to change. We've got 30 seconds to the open, so I'm just going to change these scanners to the regular session. And then we can start getting some data as the bell goes. Quite a few coming through. There's the bell. But it's also the S&P 500 making a nice move up. I'll be looking for reliable moves now, because I'm looking for the small account as well. That. Let's see what happens. A couple of halts. Breather Therapeutics, no volume. That was a top mover of the last 15 minutes. Okay, so First Wave Bio. This had a really good move last week on Wednesday, I think it was. Right, okay, interesting. Some unusual options activity with Lucid. So, calls. $17. Yeah, I can't see that. Let's see what. We'll see if the early gap is not really doing much at the moment. Genius trying to get back up. If it gets over $6, that could be interesting. Now we're getting a bit of a, got the pullback into the open. So if we get back above this quarter dollar level, which has been proved to be significant so far, that might make a little bit of a run. SoFi had earnings this morning. It's breaking pre-market highs. SoFi interesting up at 680. Pre-market high of 675. S&P 500 down on the day, but it's trying to make its move back up here. We get a gap down. If we look at this on the 5 minute, you can see it's a huge gap down over the weekend, and it's just been kind of sideways, consolidating, doing nothing sideways. So it's interesting that it's trying to make a bullish move upwards. Up at 403.50s right now. So that's the SPY, which is it's an ETF that represents the S&P 500. It's the Spider S&P 500. We've got the equivalent for the Dow Jones Industrial as well, which is the Spider Dow Jones ETF, and that's trying to make a move upwards. We've got the Qs, which represents the tech sector, which is we've got some big earnings dropping this week on the tech sector. A huge amount of the big names dropping their earnings this week. So it could be a very busy week ahead. Right now, okay, so we're looking at back to the 1 minute chart. We should have been paying attention for that breakout, but pre-market high 680, up and go into a halt. Well, that's okay. I was looking for the breakout. I didn't even look at the halt level, 673 halt level. And that's a complete brain fart on my point of view. I think I called this one out in the Discord earlier. If it gets volume, it could be interesting, but it's got no volume pre-market. It's got no volume post in the regular session either, so that's not really something that's selling off. Let me know, is there something that you want me to take a look at? STSS. No, not enough volume. Can't really trade that without volume. Oh, this has been a mover over the last couple of weeks. Trying to make some moves now on low volume. Had a couple of big spikes intraday. Yeah, the market pulling back a little bit, so keep an eye on that. Peloton, I think, has earnings today. I can't see Peloton surviving long term personally, but how do I call the halt level? I've got the numbers on my montage, on my the montage where I've got the level 2 and the level 1. I've also got the halt levels there, so the platform shows it to me, Kyle. Yeah, Lucid selling off. It looks halted. No, it's not quite halted, but it is selling off right now. So it might dip and rip. Let me just have a quick look at Lucid. So it's gone red on the day, so we might get a dip and rip because it's still heavily shorted. If you look at this on the 60-minute chart, you can see what I'm talking about. This huge move up, even the 15 minutes, in fact. This huge move up, which kept most of its gains still. So if it holds that kind of $11.50, $12, later in the day we might see another continuation. I'm not saying it's going to get up to $17, $18. It could do. but it's down at 11.88 at the moment. So it's I managed to borrow shares to short it on Friday. I looked today and it's virtually impossible. It's virtually impossible to get shares today. I've already made an inquiry this morning, and there's nothing. Well, exactly. If you just let the market do what it's doing. Yeah, Peloton's got earnings this week. It's not today, it's Wednesday, I think. Yeah, Wednesday. First of the month. Amongst many others. So let's have a look at GMed. So that's 2 minutes. We've got 2 minutes left on GMed. It looks like it's going to gap up slightly. So I'm looking for the break of the pre-market high. Everything else really that I'm seeing is not really gapping up. Oh, Facebook or Meta, it's down on the day, but it's making highs, moving up along with the market. So you're getting a lot of the blue chip stocks are moving up now with the market. So Meta has just made it. Coinbase is up. We're getting quite a bit of movement in the mid and high cap stocks because the market's trying to bounce now from the sell-off. Let's see what can we get with G Medical. This should resume in about 30 seconds. Potential gap and go. I like it when they pull back pre-market, pull back just before they open to the VWAP, and then you get that break of the pre-market high straight away. It's a good sign of strength. Let's see if it does it. Another 10 seconds for resumption. Gapped up. Oh yeah, I got. That cost me a lot of money. I don't know how many fills I got there. It looks like about 7 fills for that one order. Terrible. Well, now I want to see it break and hold $7 up, $7.50 maybe. Alt level of 767, so ooh, that was a big flush down. I didn't have a stop in place. Buy that dip. It's down to dang. That could be costly. That's a halted to the downside, and I just bought the dip at 650. Halted. Funny, when I'm trying to get in and get an order filled, it takes ages to fill, and when it would be benefiting for it not to fill, it fills instantly. That's Murphy's law, that is. Another look at Bitcoin 23.1. It bounced at 23,000. So Bitcoin's bounced at 23,000. It's 23,169 right now. 23,159. So Bitcoin is trying to find a bit of support at 23,100, as it did last week. It needs to hold this level and then make another move back up. So we've got Ethereum at 1586. We've got Cardano at 38 cents, XRP at 42 cents. I'm close to my entry there at 40 cents. 42 is my average on XRP. Hey, look, you've got to understand that you're going to make losing trades. Now, if this gap's down like it's saying it's going to, I'm going to be mighty pissed. It's looking like a whole dollar gap down. Don't want that to happen. So it's just granted a patent. I'm trading higher amid the company being granted a patent for vital signs sensors. Yeah, I get that. Why is this gapping down? This is a little bit of a worry. Yeah, Ted. If we all knew who Murphy was, we'd give him a beating. But I was 6,000 up before the bell, and I'm right now 10,000 in the hole unrealized on this trade. Got a whole dollar down. My average is 679, and this is looking like a resumption at 574, so 50-cent drop. I'm hoping that's wrong. We'll see. It did just do a 50-cent drop when it resumed after the halt up. Actually did a 50-cent move up, not 40-cent move up. The Discord is for members and students of the Day Trade with Tony course, Timothy. You can join as a member on YouTube if you like. Or you can join the course and learn how. But look, I'm not saying I'm going to make it back, Ted, but I've not lost it yet. I only lose it if I realise it. The volatility here, it's still above the VWAP, so potentially we could get a VWAP bounce here. A whole dollar bounce. If it looks 41, so we're 46. We've got 30 seconds for resumption. I want to see this gap up, not down. I want to see it above six. Well, even above $6, and then move back up. That would be okay. I'll be okay with that. If it bounces on the resumption, then I'm okay to hold. Otherwise, I will be getting out. Lucid trying to go green on the day. Needs to get over $13 for me. Varna halted up to the upside. Game stopped up. Nearly tested $23. Okay, so this looks like a 10-minute halt. We'll see. We might gap up yet. So Kavana. That's halted to the upside, 9.15s. That'll result, that should resume before GMed resumes. SoFi making moves up. So Lucid, you can see here, it needs to get over $13 for me. So it's below the VWAP. It went up to the $0.75, $12.75. Well, it went up to 12.70, and then it's pulling back again. So we might get a double bottom formation here on Lucid. which could set up a bit of a run, but not financial advice. Just watch it for kind of down to 12, the $12 area for the bounce back up. It's still, for me, it still needs to get back up. So now we're looking at if it does that, move up beyond 12.75 as your breakout level. AMD, it's top mover at the moment at 73 cents. Big Bear sold off. Genius. Again, this might pull back and give us a bit of a double bottom and then a move back up. Needs to get over 550 for me. SoFi looking inverse head and shoulders-ish. So this could be interesting. Probably get over $7 today. Good earnings today. They dropped their earnings at like 7:30 market time, or 8 o'clock market time. This is SoFi moving up. 41. So we're looking at 51 for that. So we've got 2 minutes left to go on at halt. S&P 500. Look at this, steady gains upwards, over 404 now on SPY. If we resume higher than $6, I might have set $6 as my stop. BCBP, low volume. Kavana, yeah, that's big move up, still halted. Is Kavana moving now? Resume. Oh no, we've got another minute for Kavana to resume. So the Kavana and GMed are probably going to resume within 2 seconds of each other. For Kavana, looking interesting. GMed now looking at a 590 resumption, a lot better than 570. Let's resume, and so Kavana will resume in about 10 seconds. You're watching that one, and this will resume in about 15 to about 20 seconds. See it bounce, take that back up with it. I've got a stop in place, trailing stop in place. I want to see this move up. Get me green again. Back over $6. Let's see. Can I get out of this and stay profitable? Maybe. Stay green on the day. Is it going to let me keep my greens? Worst case scenario here is I'm like $2 down or whatever. I can make that back. I'm not worried about that. Yeah, so I'm three and a half grand down. So that was unfortunate, but this is why you should always have stops in place. And I didn't really get a chance to, as that broke up and broke 7, I got in for the break of 7. I didn't really have a chance to get a stop in place. So, but It is what it is. Let's go back to Kavana, which was looking more bullish. That resumed, moved up, so it moved higher. Up at 930s right now, Kavana. So far, making steady gains. Bed Bath & Beyond making moves up. Go figure. Intel breaking highs. Nvidia spiking down. Did anybody else get hit by that GMed flush? Or was it just me? Yeah, it's below $2, so it's HSCS it's up 94% right now. It's below $2, so I'm not trading. I don't trade below $2, but I'll put it on here, and we'll come back to Kavana in a minute. So this is Heart Test Labs, $2 stock, 165 at the minute. But it's showing signs of strength. You got rejected at the $0.75, so if you can get over the $0.75, it could be interesting. Certainly to test $2, but it needs to get over that psychological level, $0.75. It needs to get over there first. What about the baby? Went from 250s up to 280s, so reasonable move. Let's see. Kavana starting to make another move back now. I see sustained move upwards. Rejected at the $0.50, so there's a bit of a fake out. And that's the problem with the 1 minute chart. Just using the 1 minute chart alone is you're going to get a lot more fake. You're a lot more prone to fake out. So right now there's devil horns on the 5 minute. So that's kind of a bit of a reversal indicator. You got the devil horns here, or the drowning man, whatever. Legs up in the air. Your mama. Legs up in the air. Genius is actually not looking too weak. It's underneath the VWAP, but if it can get over 550, that could be interesting. Lucid now is looking interesting. Still needs to get over this $0.75 level, but we've got the very significant double bottom here, and it's on multiple time frames. So what you would do with this one, how you trade a double bottom is you look for the break of the center point, that's the swing high, middle swing high, and you put your stop below the below this, and that's what you're looking for with trading a double bottom. Not saying you should do, not financial advice, just saying how typically you would trade it, and then you'd look for the break, you'd look for the depth as your measuring stick. You've got a measuring stick with a double bottom. You look for the depth of the W as what you're looking for. So just eyeballing that, you're looking at a whole dollar move up. So you're getting at 12.75, you're looking for 13.75 as your target. Now you might want to take, and I would advise that you do, take profits along the way if it does finally break out, but there you go. Another look at Kavana. Looks like it's trying to make a move up. Needs to get over 950. So I'm watching multiple stocks on my watch list. I've got SoFi on my watch list. I've got BuzzFeed. I've got Lucid. I've got Genius. I've got Kavana, and I've got G Medical. All on my watch list here on my right screen. So I'm looking at multiple stocks, and then I've got my screeners and signals here on my laptop screen. So I've got multiple screens going at any one time, trying to ascertain where's the next move. The thing is with Lucid is that you've got the VWAP now is 1277. So by the time the price action gets there, it's probably going to be around 1275 as well. So just be careful of that. You have to break above the VWAP as you break it. For new highs. There you go. Take half off. Add back. Take a bit more off. Now we're looking for the break of the $0.75 level. Got 500 bucks out of that. So I got 10-cent move. That was just a quick scalp, $500. Now we're looking for a break of highs. This was the flag breakout, by the way. If you're wondering why I was doing that, I was looking for a flag breakout. So I was looking for confirmed. I was on the 2 minute more than anything else. I was looking for a confirmed breakout on the. You got the move up, flagpole up, then the pullback, and then the break of highs on the 2 minute, and then that's when I entered. And conscious that there was the $0.50 there, but I was able to get what, 30 cents. Granted, I didn't get all of it, but I think I got 20 cents or maybe something like that. For a break of highs again, the $0.75 level here. A little bit premature there. It's not something I normally suffer from, but a little bit premature on the entry. 73. I wanted to break the break of 75, but we're going. Now I'm just going to hold till 10. Looking for $10. Take half off. 10 cents. We got out of that. I'm going to put a 10-cent trailing stop in place now. So I'll let that ride up and break $10. I will get out. Granted, it's probably too tight. The ATR is 23, so I'm like half the ATR on the stop. It's probably too tight. Probably will get stopped out. It's a bit too volatile for a 10-cent stop, but I can always cancel that. If it breaks over $10, I can always cancel that, and I'm still in it. I can always put a 20-cent trailing stop in there. The halt level is 10.04, so I just want to make sure that we've got something in place. So if it does break, get halted up, and then I don't want to get flushed twice. Just on, we're testing $10. High of day right now is at 96, 996. My stop is 10 cents below that. So we're looking for a break of $10 here. The halt now is 10.14. So we've got plenty time if we can break through this. I've only got 2,500 shares in there at the moment. I got stopped out. So I got stopped out there. We made 1,100 bucks on that move with Carvana. So we're now 2,500 in the hole. So if we can recover that, shouldn't be a problem. We just need a good move. Right now, the good potential cup and handle setup on SoFi. That double bottom hasn't broken out with Lucid yet, so just watch for the break of $10 on Carvana. Whole dollar level, and there's some big orders there on the level 2 at $10. We'll see it hold $10, and then next time it makes highs. So currently we're at 10.15 is the high. So it's coming back to $10, tested as support. Now, bit of a pullback. Really want it to hold $10. Yeah, the dog's fast asleep. Wondering what that snoring is. That is the dog. So the SPY just broke 405. The S&P 500 are having a bit of a rally to try and get green on the day. There we go. So broke new highs. So I'm just going to hold this for the $1/4. Add to the position. Break of the $1/4. That's the $1/4. Range on this is 22.5 cents, average true range. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, it's hold the $10. That's the important thing here. I had 10.08 on that candle, on this candle. This is a nice pullback. If you're looking for an entry, you look for the next candle to make a new high. Tap 10.10 on this candle. My entry is 10.11, well 10.5. This is getting a little bit too much for pullback for me. I'm actually in quite heavy, so where are we? 10.10, 25, 85, really doing it. We're by too much there, going at 35, so too far. Momentum trader, absolutely. I'd look for stocks that have good momentum. Good volume, good momentum. They're exhibiting an upwards trend. I didn't like that pullback. Pulled back way too far for my liking, and I actually risking too much for this. I probably might get 5k out of it if it does move up, but shouldn't be risking 5k to make 5k. I wouldn't say I'm a scalper. Scalpers are mostly in the position for seconds. I tend to hold my positions. My average hold across multiple entries would be average trade would be about an hour. My average trade length. Obviously, multiple entries and exits on that trade, but I wouldn't class myself as a scalper. Scalpers, you're in and out for literal pennies on the share. Yeah, but Dennis, I think you were right, mate. Good call. A little bit too extended on the 5 minute when I got in. In terms of long term, still think this has got room. $60, I want that at. It's 59. There you go. When it's a liquid enough stock is Carvana. There's a lot of people. I mean, it's 27 million shares traded already, so it's a liquid enough stock. I shouldn't get too much slippage if I do get stopped. Don't really want to be losing on this trade. Where's my I must have eaten it. My chewing gum. Double bottom on BuzzFeed. Yeah, with that double bottom pattern on Lucid hasn't quite broken, but it's kind of consolidating around the $12.5 level on Lucid. So let that consolidate. SoFi testing highs now with that cup and handle breakout. 685 cup and handle breakout on SoFi. What else is moving? I'm just going to leave my stop there, and I'll come back to it once if we start looking like we're going to get profitable on it. Let's have a look at what else is moving. So HSCS is the big mover today. Not 295. HSCS. We've got a double top here at 220. too extended to, I would say, a bit too extended to jump in at 220. Wait for it to consolidate, make new highs, get over that $0.25. Three, Bed Bath and Beyond. Pulling back from the highs, 325. Current high of day, 328. Oh, that's a little bit too extended for me. But SoFi is interesting. Earnings today, and big cup and handle. Really want this to break $7 now. Genius, looking at Genius Group, trying to break these opening range highs. Okay, so we're getting a bit of momentum here. Looking for an entry. I got filled just before the halt. Halted. 591 the halt. Yeah, that's halted. Okay. Come back to that. Nice double bottom pattern here. Perfect entry would have been 550. So I'm getting it a little bit extended. The perfect entry here would have been 550. Kind of chasing the momentum a little bit here. Up at towards $6, but I got in for the break of the opening range high of session. Key resistance level here at 585, so that's when I got in. You can see here. Traded this pre-market. We've got the high of day, pre-market high of 612. I had that 5, yeah. Who was it wanted to see AEMD? Because that's now up at 82 cents. It's made it from 47 cents. Initial pump, it's now up at 84. Pre-market high of 89 plus change. So if it gets to 90 cents, it's made new highs on the day. So let's see what happens. Lucid just sideways at the moment, stopping sideways. Not a lot happening with Lucid right now. Are you looking at anything else yourselves, guys? What are you trading? How are you faring? Alright. Go back to... Yes. Let's hold it at 14.23. And 17. Oh, we've got 2 minutes left yet on that halt. Back to SoFi whilst it's breaking highs up here at 680s. Testing. The opening range high was 691. High of session is 690. 69096. So 691. We'll see SoFi testing testing $7 today. Well, hope you made profit on it there, Shane. Activision. Right for Genius Group. So this should resume in 1 minute. I'll just leave it on here for now, unless there's anything else moving worth keeping an eye on. Not really seeing much. This looks like it's gonna be pretty much a level resumption. 5.95 on the ask is what I'm seeing. Yeah, I think the market's pulling back to the VWAP right now, but look, it did that at the top of the hour and bounced. So if it gets to just be careful, Dan. Once it gets to the VWAP short, that it bounced. So this should resume now in a moment. To that position. I've got stopped out. I wanted to put a 20 cent, but I got 10 cent in there. I made a few extra quid. It's alright. I'm out of Genius right now, so let's see if we make a move up. That wick's dangerous there, but that was okay. I don't mind that. 625. So over the $0.25, that'll be an opportunity for another entry. Stop with that. Level 678. Looking for 650 here. Whole dollar needs to hold the whole dollar. 555 is the hold down, so see if we can't get our money back. Genius Group. Genius Group Limited. It's had quite a lot of volatility over the last week or so, in particular. Had a good catalyst today, in addition to its catalysts from last week. We'll see this over 650 today. Alt level up 678. We're way off that at the moment. $640 I'll take on the ask. 28, 29 on the ask. There. $26 on the ask right now, so caught between the spreads. Still in Kavana yet. Never got stopped out. Never got green on it, but we never got stopped out on it. $27, $30, $32, $38, $40, takes them off. $0.20 trailing stop now. Let's see if we can't, if that's wide enough, because it's 24 cents on the average true range. So I've just put a 20-cent trailing stop to see if that will help us. We just pretty much got our money back on that we lost on the first piece. So there we go. There's 650, 660. Nice. Keep moving. That's the wrong button. $85 is the halt level. Alright, 94 is the halt level now. Locked in some profits and got stopped out. Okay, so we're very close to being green on the day again now. Depends on that Kavana trade. Break of $7 here. Let's see, can we get $7? We've got 91, 92, 5 day now 92. We're looking for the break of $7. $0.75 of my safety net. I got stopped out on Kavana, so it's ridiculous. Hit the safety net there for that. So how? Yeah, so $7 grand down on Kavana. I was $1 grand up, so yeah, that's about right. So now we're starting afresh. 10k down. Kavana flushed all the way down. What's going on there? Oh, it's a terrible slippage. What did I get filled at? I had a stop at 60, filled me at 50. That's horrible. Never mind. Opportunities on Genius Group if it breaks $7. Got new highs, back in. We're over $7. Add to the position there. Back down to that support level. Kind of swings and roundabouts here today with this one. Ouch. Back over 7. I'm more interested. Yes. This is Genius Group. Did have a catalyst, does have its catalyst today. A bit of a breakout there as it broke $7, but we'll see. Breaking lows now, so we're just going to get out. Breaking new lows, so we're done there. Well, that's just taken us right on everything. Considering we're 6,000 up, I should have listened to myself, my own mantra. Get green, stay green, get to goal and get out. Oh. This is what happens when you overtrade, guys. All right, having a 40k day on Friday, but if I'm going to give it back, or half of it back today, it's not conducive to good trading. This is not done yet. We have nothing moving up with huge volatility right now. BuzzFeed, probably one of the ones that is looking bullish. Down here, kind of 325, reasonable volume, range not great though. That's the problem with it. The volatility is just not there. Looking for something with good volatility. Alright, so this is the closing the red candle on 5 minute. Don't talk, you're asleep. Yeah, I'm watching BuzzFeed. It's struggling though at that $250 level. Havana just sideways right now. G Medical is testing 550, but that was painful. Let's go back to Havana. Call the $750 in the left. SoFi breaking highs. There's no volume on that one. It's moved up, but it's like 196,000 shares all day, so there's no volume. Nice move up from 350 to like 430, but it needs more volume. If we can get more volume comes in, continued increase in volume, great, but we'll see after the resumption. Well, I can afford to lose another 4k before calling it a day. Head's throbbing right now as well. Okay, so now we're just kind of breaking Let's get back green. I think that's the exactly Electric Man. 6k up to 12k down, or 16k down, so it's a 22k swing against me there. SoFi breaking highs now. The most reliable one. I'm just going to go back to SoFi. BuzzFeed kind of rejected at the VWAP, the $quarter level, 325. S&P 500. It tried hard, but now it's breaking lows. Well, about to break lows. 402.67 is the low, so it's got 10 cents to break. Break of the $3/4 dollar. In the spread right now. Let's see, can we get back over $6, back over the VWAP? Just 20 cents. A little over 1.5 times the average true range, so should be fine. See if that moves up. I'll have a look for you. HSCS flag. Yeah, this is your pole, there's your flag on the 1 minute. Yeah, there's a 1 minute flag there. You want to see it hold above 220. This is Heart Test Labs. Breakout level about 235. It's downwards, so yeah. Potential flag there, Timothy. So 5 minute, we're looking at 75. 73 is the breakout levels. 75. Got spreads that are 2-3 cents, so. Still 60% up on the day, it's 67%. Let's get back green on this ticket at least as a starting point. What do you guys, what does QLI just popped up? 17% up in the last 15 minutes. QLI. Yeah, it's popped up and it's not really holding. Probably not something that's worth bringing attention to. Not too talkative today. I've got a really bad headache, so I apologise for that. But take some meds in a minute when I've got out of this trade. Inverse head and shoulders, maybe. Your level here is the 680. Yeah, I'll take you after. You have to wait. Wait your turn. How am I supposed to afford your treats if I don't trade? Mondays have not been profitable for me this month so far. At all. I've only traded one Monday, I think. Well, you see, the first Monday was bank holidays. I think the second Monday, no, the first Monday maybe I was traveling. I don't know. Yeah, it was a holiday in a year. And I think the second Monday was a holiday with Martin Luther King, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. It was the third Monday was Martin Luther King. I'll have a look at my stats whilst I'm in this trade. Why not? Yeah, the first Monday I had a winning Monday on the 9th. But then there was Martin Luther King Day. The first Monday was New Year's holiday. And last Monday was a red day. So I want to trade it 2 Mondays and it's a 50-50 at the minute. Looks like today's going to be another red Monday. I don't want to be doing this every week, setting up a drawdown at the beginning of each week to recover from throughout the week. 4 days green. I want a nice little streak going. Come on. Stop messing me around, stock market. I want to come up, retest 680 here, and then move on to $7. That's what we're looking for. My head's banging like a hooker's headboard. Locking a little bit at least. High, yeah, 92. Possible, like I said, head and shoulders breakout here. Get over $7 can add to the position. And support at the $0.75 there for a move back up, maybe. Push that up to 70. Stop there. A little bit of a safety net. That's getting back over 680. We don't want to this up back over $7, but sorry, we got stopped out there. It broke lows, so we made a little bit on that. Now, I'm getting a lot of slippage on these stops. To be fair, a lot of slippage. I had a stop there at 70. I got filled at 57. That's not clever. $0.16 to the downside. I only made what, 10 cents to the upside, so 5 cents, 2.5 cents. Made a pocket there. Epo resumed down, sold off. Yeah, I kind of expected that one. Bed Bath and Beyond, yeah, sold off. Got the end pattern, double top, sold off. Varna just sideways at the minute. Oh, but there's a lot of volatility today. I'd say we're going to get something that moves at some stage today, and hopefully we'll get on it. So we'll see what happens. The morning gappers didn't really do much at the balance set, even sell or move sideways. That's pretty much it. Well, I'm going to I think I'm going to end here. Looks like it's a losing day at the moment. I will update later on YouTube. We're dropping a trade recap video on YouTube. I've got a banging head. I'm going to take some meds for that. Maybe have a lie down in a dark room and then come back at it later. So look, hopefully you guys are having a better Monday than I am. And if I get to 10 to 20 in the hole, I'm going to knock it on the head. That's kind of my max loss for the day. So if I lose 2 more, I'll knock it on the head anyway. But and come back at it tomorrow stronger. So what I would caveat here, guys, is this is proof that everybody loses money. You're going to have losing days. You're going to have red days as well as green days. I had a wonderful day on Friday. And it's just typical that when you have a big green day like I did for $48,000 on Friday, a big green day, it's followed inevitably by a big red day. So just manage your risk and try and stay profitable and do what I always say: get green, stay green, get to goal and get out. I did all 3 of those except the last one. So well, it didn't stay green. I got to goal, but I didn't get out when I was at goal, and that's my own fault today, being a little bit greedy. Greed is the enemy of profitable trading. Once you've got to your goal, knock it on the head. The chances of you actually exceeding against that once you've reached your goal actually are less than you think. So get to goal and then get out. Okay, guys, I'll be back at it tomorrow, an hour before the market opens, so 8:30 market time, 8:30 a.m. market time, 1:30 p.m. my time, and hopefully you'll be around to join me. I'll speak to you then, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.